right that some townsfolk are angry at Valandra just because they see she's religious?
I think it was supposed to be a joke about the fact that Telaise slid money into your
Uh-huh.
purse, and all of a sudden there's money in your purse from last week.
Yeah.
Though I
But
don't know
yeah,
how they
okay.
would have known
I
about
yeah,
it.
I don't know how anyone else would know about it, so I don't know
Well,
why.
there's this thing, like, you know how he's kind of pulling things from a different game?
Yeah.
There are well, one of the clerics would spontaneously have money appear in his pocket, which I think he was trying to pull on that a bit. It was like a big joke that was going on. Like the dream sequence that may have been.
I'm just not entirely clear whether it was just a joke or whether people are actually angry at Valandra, and if they are, like, how they would know to be, you know? Whether it's just because she has a holy symbol or, like, what's up with that. I don't know.
Yeah, I'm not really
He's
sure.
also got a NyQuil, so.
It's true. Like,
Yeah.
usually tithing happens as like you're gifting something to a religion. That's a tithe.
Yeah.
So I'm not really sure what they would have been calling you out about there.
Mm-hmm.
And I know you're not in the middle of the street praying for money.
No. Strangely, no.
Yeah, we can't really follow the string that was left for Dawn because we have no idea who this woman is, or what's going on, or who Fabian is.
Well, I know who Fabian is.
I know you know who Fabian is.
But it would be hard to get anyone else involved in that plot thread
much.
without.
Nobody else was involved in that plot.
Yeah.
I mean,
It's like him and Fabian, and then apparently this girl who knew Fabian.
I mean,
I gave him
like
stuff to play
we
with.
could fake it, but it would be like kids playing with dolls at a young age, where it's like, I win. And we flew there and rescued the person, and it was over.
We could probably do some stuff with Roscoe and have it be canon, but you know. Hey, Waverly.
That's a pretty good Roscoe voice.
That is a pretty Roscoe
I gotta
voice.
say.
But Roscoe is not Telais's favorite person. He's probably gonna end up getting punched in the face. I don't know
That'd be
his
pretty
stats.
amusing, I gotta admit.
Because he's clearly using Waverly.
Because let's be honest, she finds 90% of what he does hilarious.
But don't give him money.
The only thing she did, she bought him one drink.
Yeah, but then he wanted more drinks. And then he started
She-
hitting on the
she
child in our
also-
group.
She also gave him the 5 copper that was left over from when we split the loot last session.
Here,
No regrets.
have 5 pennies. There you go.
Yeah, that's really going to come back and bite her, I'm sure.
You can go to the
I'm just
gumball
saying.
machine 5 times.
Just saying, she did slightly more than 1 drink. It was also 5 copper. This is possibly a drink or 2. I don't know. I'm just imagining him trying to find Telaise and Valandra as they're going out, and Valandra just casts Hold Person on him and walks away.
No, that's a good plan.
You have hold person?
I do. I
That's-
don't usually use it because I
That's awesome.
generally try and save my spell slots for healing.
Waverly laughs and walks away with them. Man, it's a good thing we're not recording. Come here. Come here, let's...
Or you think we're not recording.
Oh no! But everybody hates me when he sings.
We don't hate you.
I'm gonna
Nobody hates
wrap
you.
him. I'm gonna wrap him in a Kleenex and hang him upside down.
Is that a
Like,
legit thing?
It is a legit thing.
Okay.
I mean, like, it could be. Like,
No,
for all I know.
I have nothing about bird care.
I don't know. He seems to enjoy it.
You know, Athy, this is a good time to pick Jesse's brain about bird care because the things you could be doing with Edgar.
He's not.
I mean, he's a
Count,
spirit. He's
though.
not a bird, though.
He's,
So
yeah, he's not a real bird.
He just
He's-
looks like a bird.
he's in the shape of a bird, but
But what if he enjoys being wrapped in tissues and held upside down?
Well, I will say that in my experience, birds really do enjoy peekaboo. So,
He is so not the peekaboo sort.
he plays peekaboo, except he's a spiritual weapon and hits people. Peekaboo, whack!
And then he's like, I win.
Yes.
You done good, Edgar.
good bird.
Once
Good bird.
once the person dies, he's like, I won the game. Yeah, the other thing I was gonna do was Valandra was gonna try and cast a sending to her mother,
Oh, yeah.
but that's hard to do without Casey to say whether
What
know
the-
she
what the-
gets anything back.
Yeah, what the DC is and what you get back, man.
Yeah.
Is there a distance limit on sending?
If they're on a different plane, there's a 5% chance it fails, but that's it.
Wow.
Whoa.
Yeah, it's I.
Like, you find them.
Well, it's like you don't. Yeah, you basically get the message to them, but you don't necessarily know, where they are, or like if they don't respond, you don't even know if they got the message. Probably.
So, does sending allow for a response?
It does. Yep. 25 words, but
That's very useful if somebody gets kidnapped.
it
Right.
is. But yeah, I wasn't planning on it with Valandra's mother and everything I was setting up with that, but when I realized that she had sending, like there's no way she wouldn't try that. So although she'd probably wait till night to make sure they didn't need the spells for something else and to try and do it well. Everyone else was asleep.
Aww. Still peeved about that backpack. It's like,
Which is why
is it cheesy?
Valandra spent the day taking you out to
Out on the
dress
town.
up and eat waffles.
And waffles are delicious. You know what? Telaise takes waffles back to their inn for everybody
Oh, okay.
after she eats so many of them.
Do they all have an inn in Baldur's Gate right now? Or where they're staying?
I think they're staying in an inn.
Okay.
Pretty sure we're staying in an inn.
Are they sharing rooms, do you think? Or are they
I would
they each have their own
imagine.
room?
I imagine we'd be like at least splitting a couple rooms between us.
Yeah. I was just wondering if there was a chance anyone might actually hear Valandra while she does the sending. Well, she tries to do it while everyone's asleep, but if someone, was in bed trying to get to sleep and wasn't making any noise, they might be awake for it.
I mean, if we were all dividing up, I imagine Telaise would want a room with Valandra. It's not that she doesn't want to sleep with Dusk, it's that Dusk is very large, it takes up a lot of space, and there's cat hair everywhere.
Also probably incredibly very warm.
Yes.
Yeah. What season is it in game?
I think
I don't know if
it's
it's ever said.
it's either spring or summer.
Okay. That's what I thought.
Yeah, because it's definitely warm and there's no snow.
So Valandra would be a good one to room with because she's kind of perpetually cool and just as a result of being water genasi.
So she's a living air conditioner versus a living blast.
Oh yeah, Telaise would have been like dibs. Probably have to like throw paper, rock, scissors with Chloe for it.
I'm just imagining Valandra just snuggling closer to whoever she happens to be sleeping with at night, and it's really cute.
That's because Valandra's adorable in general.
I'm gonna type what Valandra does for the sending in case Casey's around and wants to respond or whatever, or so he can whenever he gets a chance.
That's a good idea.
And so she peeks over to see if Telaise is asleep, but she doesn't check too hard. So
I'm not sure if she would be asleep or not. If it would wake her up, I don't know.
yeah,
I don't know what roll I would need to make for that. Probably a perception.
probably a perception. Yeah, maybe maybe a perception imposed by Valandra's stealth.
That would probably be a good idea.
I rolled a stealth for Valandra and got a 3.
Oh no!
Clank, 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 clank.
So it probably woke her up, or she wasn't actually asleep. I'm imagining.
Okay. Then.
Yep.
Just barely.
Though thinking about it, it actually probably makes sense that it might wake her up. Besides the whispering, because her holy symbol does have eternal flame cast on it.
So there would be light.
So there would be light involved too. Like she'd be trying to keep it under the covers, but it would,
Well, I'm also gonna roll a performance roll to make sure that she pretended to be asleep effectively, just in case.
She very much did. Actually, okay. Performance would probably be opposed by insight, you think?
I would think so.
Yep, nope. Nat 1.
Oh my god.
Good job.
So, Nat 1, she was probably crying a little by this point and wasn't paying much attention to Telaise anymore.
Aw, poor baby.
And then I don't know what happens after that, because I don't know if she responds.
She would. I'll go ahead and write that in here.
No, I mean, I don't know if Valandra's mother responds.
Okay, well,
To descending.
Telais's response will wait until we get something back from Casey on that.
Yeah.
Because Telaise would definitely have some kind of response to the situation. All depends upon how it goes.
Uh-huh.
That is so sad. Did you guys read that? It's so sad.
It's very sad. You're not a bad daughter, Valandra.
You're probably like the best child among all of us.
Probably, yeah.
Jesse, we actually had a
Yeah,
conversation.
but-
We were curious. How do you feel about? How does Waverly feel about not having parents? Like,
I mean, she would like to have parents. Normal people seem to have parents, but then maybe she's not exactly normal. So she almost kind of sort of remembers her parents, but not really. She doesn't know what happened to them.
Mm-hmm.
this is really super interesting to know because we did have a conversation where that actually came up.
Well, it was more, we were talking about how technically it was possible that Valandra and Telaise had the same father. It's not like likely or anything, but it was possible.
It is
And then we
technically
realized that the orphans would be 3 groups of 2 siblings and then Waverly.
Oh, you're all her siblings. She
No,
believes
it's
that.
true. And
She believes that in
True.
her heart.
Aww.
Don't stress us like we haven't needed them. We've done just fine. You know?
I feel like Dawn needs more hugs.
I
Just,
don't think he'd know what to do.
just unsolicited hugging.
I think he'd
I'm-
legit be like, what do I do with this? How does this work?
I'm sure Valandra has done so before. Like the whole even just like taking a day to try and make someone feel better. That's not like a new thing now. I'm like she's done it previously with probably most of them. Just, before hadn't been after she'd become an adventurer, so there wasn't really any money involved. Or large cities.
Oh, I'm sure there were some fun life experiences back in Greenest. And fun is in quotation marks.
Yep. Yeah, Valandra absolutely wasn't a bad daughter, but I don't think anyone abandoned when they were 4 years old is really gonna have a clear perspective on that. That's not gonna be, There's no way she wouldn't consider if it was her fault in some way.
Yeah. And I doubt the people who raised her would have tried to comfort her in any way in that mindset.
Probably not. It's not that sort of place.
No,
Yeah.
Cuthel and Anne are awful people, and Telaise doesn't like them anymore. She stopped liking them a couple years back, actually.
So, what actually happened? You allowed to know?
Waverly, are they
with
allowed
Valandra.
to know?
Because I know you guys, you guys have that white strip now. I missed the whole what actually caused that.
Because they didn't tell anybody. That would be like Telaise would ask Waverly's permission before sharing the secret, because it happened to Waverly too.
Well, I want to know. Dawn doesn't have to know.
Okay, well, out of character. So Telaise, being the terribly, incorrigibly bad decision maker that she is, convinced Danger Mouse to come with her to go visit Cuth and Linan. And it turned out really bad because we both failed our wisdom saving throws.
That's why they have a streak of white hair and a patch of white fur.
Because
Oh, is that? Oh, jeez.
yeah,
It was that bad.
Linan tried to murder us.
Yeah.
Because she's psychotic, and every child over a specific age is removed from their home because Linan sees them as dead and as
Yes.
coming to haunt her. And she physically attacked Waverly and Telaise. We lost our wisdom saving throws, and we don't remember what happened.
But it was not good.
It was not good. It was very traumatic. And
I'm not sure I actually ever. I think I was really busy at the time, and I'm not sure I ever got back to Casey with what Valandra did after that point. Because Valandra was, I don't remember who all went, but I know that Valandra was the only one who made her save.
Oh, you went too?
Yeah, no, she was there.
Right. I forgot
Oh my
about
god!
that.
Because we never.
So she probably dragged you guys out while still being hit by. Yeah.
Whatever Linan
Forever
can do.
appreciated.
Horrible things that were going on.
And then, so Telaise regained consciousness, right when they were getting dumped off at the dorms. And Cuth said something to Telaise that really pissed her off. And now she hates them both forever and ever and ever. Cuth said, "You're lost, and you're never gonna be found by the person who lost you."
Oh.
How?
Telaise hates them. Absolutely hates them.
Waverly is a little bit more conflicted about them because she's pretty sure there's something wrong with them, which may not be their
Is it
fault.
both of them or just one of them that...
Linan is the one who appeared to be psychotic, and Cuth is the person who takes care of her.
Why are they giving babies in the first place?
Well, apparently they're really good with babies.
And, like, that's why they're discouraging you can't go visit them ever again after you leave their care. Like, you can't go back because they will try to kill you. And Telaise feels a lot of guilt about what happened because it was her idea and she encouraged them all to go. And she was the oldest. I mean, Waverly is maybe an adult, but you're what, 3?
6.
6.
Thank you.
6. My apologies.
But you were probably like 3 at the time.
Probably.
You probably at the time, yeah. Yeah.
And Valandra would have been 11 at the time if it was like 3 years ago. So
And Telaise would have been 17.
17, yeah.
So she should have been she was responsible.
She absolutely should have been responsible in that situation.
And she was not. And
She knew.
it's
But
not.
still.
But still, like I think a lot of it affects her because she failed that wisdom save, so she couldn't defend the younger kids.
Mm-hmm.
So there's a lot of reasons why Telaise has had many, many moments of I should just leave during this campaign, and she hasn't because of that.
Ooh. Yeah.
Waverly doesn't blame you. For what that's worth.
Telaise would appreciate that knowledge, but it wouldn't change the fact that she feels guilty because she was still the adult. She was still almost an adult. She was 3 years shy of being a grown-up, of considered fully adult, can handle things on her own, and she put you guys in danger because she wanted to go be nostalgic with the people she thought of as her parents.
Yeah, Valandra doesn't blame her either, but she's very confused about the whole thing. Like, I don't think she understands anything about what actually happened there.
You both would have been super young.
Yeah.
And Telaise would have been able to process that a little bit more clearly, which is probably why she harbors that grudge.
Mm-hmm.
Dawn probably really wanted to know. Because, I mean, you came back and your hair was fucked up. Like, that doesn't happen. That just doesn't just happen. Especially to multiple people.
Yeah.
But I'm not sure how, demanding he would be of the information.
Yeah, the next day it probably wouldn't be hard to tell that it was a rather harrowing experience. Whatever it was that happened.
Now I kind of want you to get a hold of Casey and be like, what happened? Because I was conscious.
Me...
I mean, he's passed out from cold medicine, but at some point.
No, I'm just going back in my chat history with him to see... Wow, I rolled really well there. We had to roll a wisdom save and a con save, and Valandra got a 25 and a 19.
Jeez! I did not do that well. Oh my god. Let me see if I can find it. Did I even put it in this chat? Wisdom 4, Constitution 13.
Was that failing both, do you know?
20
I got-
wisdom, 14 con. So I passed the wisdom. She's a very small mouse, and constitution is not her strong point.
So I must have failed them both then. If I also got the discoloration in my hair.
Oh yeah, that's what it was that she said when they got back to the Warren is you're lost. You can't return to the one that lost you, and I'll take your lives before I lose her. I'd forgotten the last part of that.
Yeah. Yeah, there was definitely a threat at that end part.
Yeah.
I'm a little surprised we didn't get anything happen with them when we rescued them.
Yeah, I was wondering about that.
Because I was really expecting something to happen, and then nothing happened.
Mm-hmm.
Someone really likes the Addams Family.
Yep. Yes, he does.
Yeah, and
It's
that
so
made
cute.
that made the first they made the first couple sessions much more difficult because they were being attacked, and so they were both down pretty low. So I think, if I'm remembering correctly, Valandra actually spent her only two first level spells at the time healing them.
You did. And, like, Telaise would not have protected them.
Oh, it's okay. It's okay. It's okay. It's just
By the way, I'm really glad that somebody asked about what we're doing in the campaign, because I, too, had also forgotten what we were doing.
Whoops.
Yeah, that was me asking. I didn't remember exactly what. Like I knew it was something to do with the cultists coming through, but I wasn't terribly clear on what exactly they'd hired us for.
Mm-hmm. Aren't we just supposed to follow them?
Yeah, we're supposed to try and figure out basically where they're taking all the loot and stuff, because they're looting from all over, and so like we're not supposed to stop them. We're supposed to somehow follow them and get to where they're headed.
I mean, if people would let us alone and chat, let us like actually play this part
yeah, that'd
a
be
little
good.
bit,
Yeah.
just a wee bit.
It's just a little bit on the much side. Just a little.
Just a
Yeah.
little.
Especially with like how many times AU's been promoted now.
Yeah, like,
Yeah.
seriously.
It's getting a little ridiculous.
And, like, I know, like, quietly we've gone to war with them, but I don't do anything to their campaigns.
I'm never home when they have their campaigns being broadcast.
I open
I'm
them up, so I
rarely
earn
available
silver.
for that.
I just open up the things when I know that there's a campaign running that day, so I can earn silver. That's literally the only thing I do. I don't pay attention to what happens to them. I mute it, and I do other things if I'm home. Because, I think that they should be allowed to have fun playing the game that they signed up to play.
Yeah.
Also, I can't afford to spend my silver on getting back at them. I gotta use it to protect us.
Yeah, I'm basically just saving mine for spell slots.
Rerolls and healing potions, that's what I'm
Yeah,
spending mine
generally
on.
buy rerolls.
God, I think I still have a reroll I haven't spent yet. That Kyle bought for me like 2 sessions ago, and I was like, why'd you buy me a reroll? I'm like, I mean, I'll take it. I'll take it, but... Oh, someone bought us a save for us. That's nice. Maybe we can use it to counter one of the other ones.
I mean, somebody bought something that isn't going to kill us.
Oh, we've got a record. I'm looking at our record.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure most of the stuff that isn't going to kill us, that actually helps us, we bought for ourselves.
Yeah.
I'm trying to convince some of my friends to come watch us and help us out.
I'm just really amused that Valandra's consistently so bad at stealth. Even when she doesn't have disadvantage.
I think that we need to find her, like, a magical item to help with her stealth. Like some sneaking boots.
I mean, the one thing that would help a lot is if she actually gets that mithril full plate. that she's trying to get.
Yeah, because
There
isn't
would be
that
no-
like really light?
There would be no disadvantage on stealth. Although again, she still seems to roll poorly for that. But and has a bad dex, so
But you hit like a hammer, which is amazing. And I will never get over the image of this petite, lovely waif of a girl just wielding this huge mace and just smashing people's heads in. And possibly afterwards going, sorry, sorry.
she's not Canadian. What are you
Oh, that was good.
And then afterwards, going back to the tavern and drinking a few grown men under the table.
What an amazing trip that was.
That was awesome.
I mean, Telaise never wants to go back there, but turned out well for everyone. Except for
Yeah.
Dawn.
Except for Dawn.
Screw that.
El Terrell. Like, you'd think that would have been the place that Dawn would have done the best of everybody, and it completely didn't work.
If it ran logically, probably, but it didn't.
But you got a lot of extra XP off that.
Actually, considering... Oh, wait, Dawn's been in Baldur's Gate before, right?
Yes.
Oh, okay, yeah.
He knows that.
So he probably has a library card for whatever libraries are here already.
Yes. He has
I was gonna say Valandra would probably try and get him a library card before I remember that he'd already been here, so...
And he doesn't want to go back into Candlekeep at this current juncture, so you really can't get him a library card to there.
and that's kind of a thing. That's a whole thing. That's a whole adventure on its own, trying to do that.
So is that a side quest that we're gonna do at some
That's
point?
that's a whole other session, yeah.
We find
Or
Dawn a really cool
or
book.
or 3 if Twitch gets involved.
You know what we should have done with that stupid book? We should have
What?
taken it to freaking Candlekeep. And then she would have just
Don't
rated
look
that.
at it. Don't look at it.
Don't open it. Just let us in.
Hindsight's 2020.
Tell me about it.
I'd totally forgotten about the book.
I didn't even process that could be what she was after. I thought she was coming for revenge.
Yeah, me too.
I feel like she might still be, but that she's not, like, consumed by it. Like, she's being safe about it, you know?
You know,
Seeing
laughing
that we're...
underwater.
Yeah.
You know, part that really bothers me, like, again, hindsight 2020 and all, if I, instead of running, if I had reached out and cast heat metal, I might have not been knocked unconscious.
Mm-hmm.
Because she was right on top of me. I could literally have been like, okay, I stick my hand out. Do I feel the person in front of me? Great. Heat metal.
Though there still would have been half a chance that you missed and wasted the spell.
I just wish I'd known. Man. I'd have been like, I'd give up that stupid book. I don't care. It's just a book. I can't even use spell books. What would I want it for?
Well, it didn't really seem like a good idea to leave it with her, to be honest.
Yeah, to be fair, I appreciate her not having the book a lot, but, you know, if she's coming after us, I'd prefer to have her not able to re-prepare spells.
I think you all are underestimating Telaise's desire to save her own skin. Her wisdom
No,
is not high.
I'm not saying that should have been her focus there. I'm just saying it was a good thing. Like, I don't think we technically even knew it was AU before Valandra got rid of the darkness.
Well, I knew it had to be AU because of all the undead. Because she used them on us last time. I just didn't know. I just couldn't. I never saw where she was on the map, and then all of a sudden we're in darkness. I was like, wait a second, how? Because she was already invisible. Bitch. She probably used detect magic on us and found the book.
That would make sense, yeah. Kind of sad that undead aren't weak to positive energy the way that they are in 3.5 and Pathfinder.
What do you mean, like healing spells?
Yeah, like they take damage from healing spells in 3.5 and Pathfinder. They don't in 5th Ed anymore.
That sucks, because I used to do it in 2nd edition too.
Oh, yeah. I never played 2nd edition, so...
It's the one I'm most familiar with.
Yeah, I'm most familiar with 3.5.
I'm most familiar with 5. That is what I have done the most of.
This will be the first campaign I've ever done in 5.
I like 5.
So in essence, guys, we basically skipped campaigning and just went straight to tavern talking today.
Basically.
Yeah.
And that's okay. That's okay. We got something done. Waded through some backstory.
Are you recording this, by the way?
I am recording this.
Okay, cool.
Oh no!
Nobody minds your bird. I promise.
Oh.
I mean, in the middle of a fight, maybe, but not right now.
That's why I'm muted 90% of the time during an actual session.
So far, I don't know if anyone else has experienced this on their end, but I feel like anytime that we're down a specific person, we miss them terribly. Like, oh, if we had you, it would have been great.
Yeah.
Because I remember every session where we've missed somebody and we got into a fight, and I was like, oh no, why don't we have this person with us?
Yep.
Everybody is needed.
Which is crazy, because we have a huge team. And the whole point was, oh yeah, we can have a huge team so people can pop in and out. And we're like, oh my god, we're gonna die if we don't have the whole team.
Well, that's because they keep upgrading the enemies.
This is true. And then they get mad when he doesn't throw more ads at us. Well, I bought 17 more ads. Well, we're out, so...
Yeah, I'm kind of alarmed by some of the ads carrying over, though, too, because, like, if he uses them at some point, it's not like Twitch is gonna stop buying more in the meantime.
Right.
Yeah.
Maybe it might be advisable if we suggest possibly putting a limitation on what you can buy per session. Like, you could have so many, during a session you can purchase so many, this is how many of these can be purchased, not individually per person, but like the whole session.
Mm-hmm.
Like for the GM and for the party.
Yeah.
I think that might...
I'd be okay with that.
I think that might even things out a little bit, and not put so much panic on us. And this is recorded, so he'll hear that anyway.
Yep.
How many birds do you have?
She has 2.
What?
I asked you how many birds you have.
Oh,
And all we heard was bird chirping.
sorry. I did not hear what you said.
They've eaten her. Oh no.
Oh no! She has too many birds.
Impressive. Impressive, since they're herbivores.
That's what they want us to think.
That was actually a deeply evil sounding laugh.
So does anyone know the cultists who are going to come through town? Are they going to be disguised as, like, just a regular caravan or something? Because I feel like they've got to be disguised somehow if they're going to be
would say that would be the smart way to go, because if you're traveling around with a bunch of stuff and you look like you're up to no good, which they usually do,
Yeah.
I mean, I doubt there's gonna be a bunch of kobolds, wandering through town.
Yeah, it's probably mostly gonna be the humans. But like, maybe I don't know if caravans usually like travel together or if they would. But I'm just trying to think maybe like if there are other caravans going the same way, we could try and get in with one of them or something. So we're going kind of parallel and we have a cover that we're not obviously following them.
Would be a good idea. Have some investigating.
Mm-hmm.
hopefully we wouldn't get recognized. Because that's our biggest dangers, because we have several very
Yeah.
stand-out people. I mean,
One who's blue, 2 kitties, a mouse.
Yeah. The other 3 could potentially get mistaken for others, but like Tabaxi are very rare, mouse folk is very rare, the Genasi is really rare.
I have disguise self as a spell.
That is true. You could be a little halfling.
I am limited to things within a foot of my height.
Like halfling. You could be a little halfling, or
So a halfling or a gnome or a kobold.
or a human child.
Or a child. It's true. That might allow you to get away with some things you wouldn't otherwise be able to get away with. But there's not much to do for the kitties, and especially not for Valandra.
Just shave them. That's fine.
I don't think that's gonna help.
Yeah, I don't think there's any disguising Valandra as something else.
A wig.
That won't change the color of her skin.
I mean, we have repurchased the. Oh, Casey's up. We'll see if he joins us. But I mean, anyway, I was gonna say we just repurchased Telaise's disguise kit, so we might be able to do something for the color of her skin, unless she's like, "Are you always moist?"
Kind of, yeah.
That could be a problem.
Oh no, now I'm just imagining when they were little, Telaise like trying to put makeup on Valandra and it just never works because it never
runs
stays.
off.
It just, yeah.
Even the waterproof makeup didn't work so hot.
It's a good thing you're just born with it. Pretty sure she's one of the prettiest people in the party.
Valandra?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, she only has a charisma of a 12.
Well, it doesn't mean prettiness. That's
Yeah.
personality.
I mean, like, I've definitely had a character who's probably reasonably good looking and also has an extremely low charisma score.
Yeah.
She can't people, no.
And I don't care what anyone says. I don't care what anybody says. Chloe's gorgeous. Have you seen her picture? Chloe's beautiful. Like, I saw her picture, her character picture the first time, I was like, oh my god, she's so hot.
Yeah.
Them orc ladies.
The orc ladies are pretty hot. No argument there.
Including your princess.
Including Princess Zugzug. My gosh, she's the prettiest.
I'm just imagining Valandra pouting when the makeup doesn't work because she knows that Telaise uses makeup and she wanted to be like Telaise.
Aww! That's so sad and adorable.
I feel like those are 2 words that often describe Valandra in combination, yes.
Probably, yeah.
That's sad and adorable. Okay. Oh, Case is offline again.
Yep. Kyle peeked online for a second, and then he also disappeared.
Mm-hmm.
I hope he's okay.
Yeah.
Me too. What happened?
No idea.
No idea. Yeah, basically, all I heard was that he was in the hospital, I think. So,
Yeah, that's all I could see in chat.
hopefully it's nothing too serious. I don't know.
We love you, Kyle. If you ever hear this, get better.
He might.
Please
he might
get-
hear it.
Get better.
If anyone's willing to listen through all the long pauses. I feel like the makeup thing isn't an isolated incident, and that Valandra often tried to get into whatever one of her siblings was into at the time.
So does that
Just
mean
so-
at one point she owned a pair of glasses?
It's possible. I mean, if she obviously didn't have enough to buy them, but like if there were ones that were cast off at any point that she found, I could see her wearing them. Yep.
That would be super cute.
No, I'm just imagining her pretending to actually need glasses, but it's really obvious she's lying because she obviously sees much worse whenever she has them on.
She runs into things when they're on her face.
Yeah. But adamantly insists that she needs glasses so she can be like Dawn.
With his shiny, glinty glasses. Never gonna get over the fact that he's scared of dragon.
At what was that, level 2?
2.
Yep.
I mean, that's pretty impressive.
Cause he like made that wisdom save by a bajillion, so he wasn't. I think it was like he wasn't affected by the fear for a day or something like that.
24 hours.
So
Yep.
he was just like up on the roof.
Just chilling.
Yep, that's a dragon. Taking notes.
I hope there are more opportunities for Valandra to try and insult people in battle.
Oh god, me too. I need this in my life. I wish we...
I also hope that it continues that she's like not very good at it, but then like
It works.
remember thinks about what Telaise would say. So like she starts off not very good, and then she's like, "Damn it, that's not working. What would Telaise say?" Bam, and then just because I love that that's what like I love not only that it succeeded, but that it failed and then succeeded. You know, that makes it so much better that she was trying to do it. She's like, "No, that's not working. What would Telaise say?" And then
Then it worked really well.
yeah. Also, I'm glad that worked. I hope Valandra becomes the target if AU comes back. When AU comes back. I don't know why I said if.
It's definitely a win.
When
Because I was noticing, I was just looking at everyone's hit points last time when just on Twitch on the thing, and good lord, Valandra has way more than like anybody else.
You super do. Like, every time we've
Like,
leveled, I've
more than the
gotten
paladin.
so low.
You know, like more than the paladin or the, which is surprising. Not too surprising, I guess, because it's she has the highest con by a lot.
Oh yeah. I did not put my points in Constitution.
Dawn also has no qualms about hiding behind the 14-year-old.
Take her.
He's squishy and prone to exploding, so
He's prone to exploding. Oh my god.
I am amused at the whenever I picture the petite little 14-year-old girl tanking for the entire party, though.
oh, that's the best.
It is the best.
I put my headphones close to my cat so he could hear the birds, and now he's freaking out.
That's adorable.
Would you believe that's not the first time I've had? It's like, here's a video of. I play this every time.
You're cutting out, sweetheart.
Sorry.
Yeah.
I've uploaded videos to YouTube of them just to show people, and then I get people, yeah, my cat really has strong feelings about this, like, and I'm always like, why did you do this?
Yeah, Casper's just not sure where it's coming from. It's like, birds, where?
Must eat, cannot find.
What other things were people's characters into when they were children that Valandra might have tried to imitate?
I'm not sure Dawn would have many things anyone would want to try to imitate. Besides, like, all the reading. He would, like, he's like the kid that would poke at, like, a dead bird or something.
Mm-hmm.
And like, oh look, this dead squirrel, I must investigate.
It makes it a little bit funnier because he's a cat.
Yes.
Valandra would try, but then she'd keep finding ones that weren't quite dead and healing them.
I think that's amazing.
Mixing random things together to see what happens.
Here, drink this. It'll be fine. Poor Zach.
Gotta test all the things. That's how you learn.
Also, Valandra would totally have been imitating Dawn by pretending to read before she could actually read.
Get to the habits early.
Or possibly, if it was at the time where she was still pretending to need glasses, trying to read with glasses on and mostly failing. Imitating whatever mannerisms Dawn had with the glasses while reading, you know. But not able to see the words, because...
I could see, like, her, like, being, like, really, really little and being like, read to me, what are you reading? And just putting her right to sleep, because he never really read stories and things like that. He was interested in learning on how things work. So that's what he'd read her textbook.
You start reading the chemical formula of something and she's just out.
She crawls into his lap and insists he read to her and then falls asleep there.
That's adorable. I demand it be true.
She could even put his tail.
As far as I'm concerned, all of the things we're talking about right now are canon.
So this is a year after we got kicked out. So, like, how old were we when we got kicked out? Like, I don't suspect we're all that, old.
No, we're all
like
just
19-ish, 20-ish, 19-ish.
Telaise is
18-ish.
Telaise is like either 20 or 21 because half elves get to maturity at 20.
Don't remember.
I don't know how old the orc
Because
siblings
Dawn
are.
left when.
I think they all left at pretty much the same time. I mean, except for Valandra. God, she would have been so sad when you all left.
Aww.
Like, if you were all leaving at the same time and she just wasn't old enough yet.
Dawn didn't have to.
But I feel like they probably wouldn't have let her leave that early. Because if it was a year ago, then she would have been 13 still. And I think water Ganassi matures slightly slower than humans. Let's see, and Tabaxi mature at the same rate as humans, and half-orcs a bit sooner, I think.
Orcs age, like, super quick. They're,
Yeah.
like, old at 30.
Oh wow, really?
Old. Yeah, they're, like, old at 30.
Well, and half-orcs are, I think, live up to, like, 75.
Oh my god, I'm gonna outlive all of you except for Valandra. If I don't die first,
How old do half-elves live to be?
Their average lifespan is like 130 to 180 years.
Okay. So you'll probably outlive Valandra, too.
Are you kidding me? Oh my god, she's gonna be so sad. If she doesn't die first.
Well, yeah, if she dies if they all die of old age, which seems somewhat unlikely.
Unlikely.
Oh my god. Half-orcs reach
Although
maturity
I guess.
at 14.
Oh, really?
Yes.
So,
Telaise is so much older than all of you.
what was the age for Tabaxi? I can't remember. I know I
It's
looked
just
it up.
human.
Normal is human.
It's just yeah.
So she's not
Let's look up human.
that
Yeah.
much older than you guys. That would be 18 if it was the same as human.
Because I thought that like humans in D&D were considered adults around 6.
It just says in their late teens.
Oh, Dawn is fairly young.
But
He
yeah,
just-
it says.
He just acts like a grumpy old man, so like nobody can tell.
So is he like 16, 17-ish, or?
Yeah.
Oh, that's amazing. Telaise is so
Somewhere
freaking
around.
old. She is absolutely the oldest of the group, and it is hilarious to me. She makes the worst decisions, except maybe Waverly.
So now we were saying that he was like a year or two younger than Dusk, so and just small.
Yeah,
He's wee.
so probably 16 or 17 and 18 or 19 for
Yeah.
Dusk. I don't know how old the half-orcs are though.
Things we discovered. We're all very young.
But yeah, it says Ganassi live around 120 years. So she'll be with you longer than the others, but
I just found the most adorable picture of a mousekin.
yep.
That is unfair levels of cute.
Right? I think Waverly's
Yeah.
charisma level should just go up based on that.
Murder mouse.
Yeah, Mousekin shouldn't improve charisma, not dex. I love that in the picture it looks like the Mousekin's like really high up compared to how tall it is, and then you look down and that's a leaf right there. That's
Yes. Look at this little bow and arrow! I don't know how Waverly doesn't get away with things just because she's cute.
should be a mouse folk special ability.
Alright guys, we're coming up towards like 9 o'clock. Is there anything that we wanted to chat about or anything before I stop recording this stuff?
No, I think we've
covered quite a bit of interesting information.
yeah. Lots of backstory.
And there's nothing wrong with that. Alright, so I'm gonna go ahead and hit stop recording. Hope everyone's feeling better, and we'll see you guys next week.